Something suddenly falls from the sky, startling the man. He carefully runs over to check and finds it is a searchlight, marked with Sirius, Canis Major Phae. Sirius is the first white dwarf discovered by humans, yet now it has turned into an ordinary lamp. Confused by its meaning, he ignores it and drives to work. On the way, an emergency news bulletin interrupts the broadcast. It reports that an airplane suffered mechanical failure over the town and dropped loose parts. This is clearly a deliberate cover-up, meant to stop him from suspecting anything unusual. Passing the newspaper office, he buys a pin-up magazine as usual. He then runs into a pair of twin brothers who always refuse insurance, just like every day. Once at the company, he secretly tears out the beauty poster from the magazine while no one is watching. This will become crucial later. Soon after, his supervisor assigns him a new task, visiting a client on Harbor Island. The place is extremely remote, and he wants to refuse, but his boss warns him that he will be fired if he fails to close a deal this month. Forced to agree, he has no choice. When he prepares to board the ferry, he accidentally spots a sunken small boat. In an instant, a long-buried memory resurfaces. When he was little, he went boating with his father. A violent storm suddenly hit and his father fell overboard. The boy tried his best to save him, yet he could only watch his father disappear into the endless ocean. Since then, he has suffered severe trauma and fears the sea and ships. Sending him here is arranged by the show's crew. The man has long dreamed of traveling the world. If he reaches the edge of the set, the fake world will collapse, and the show will end. The broken boat is placed on purpose, triggering his childhood trauma and sea terror to make him give up. As planned, the man turns back in fear. One day while tidying the garden, his wife suddenly runs over and begins demonstrating a product out of nowhere. He feels utterly confused. In fact, she is filming a commercial. The show has become extremely popular, and advertisements are woven into daily life. That night, he tells his best friend he wants to resign and travel the globe. His friend neither encourages nor stops him, only reminding him his job is hard, earned, and asking what he will do in old age without a stable career. Later, he sits alone on the beach, lost in thought. Suddenly, heavy rain pours down. Yet it only falls directly on him. Strangely, the rain follows his every step. This is another manipulation by the crew, preventing him from crossing the sea. Back home, he tells his wife about his travel plan, only to face fierce opposition. He grows increasingly suspicious, feeling the whole world is secretly stopping him from leaving the town. To distract him, his wife, who always refused to have children, suddenly offers to start a family. This abnormal change only deepens his doubts. Then, an even more bizarre incident happens. On his way to work, he sees his father, who died years ago. The moment they meet, a strange man and woman rush over and drag his father away. A crowd blocks his path when he tries to chase them. Shaken, he hurries to tell his mother, but she claims he is just trapped in grief and mistook a stranger for his late father. She insists his father drowned at sea long ago. Heartbroken, the man realizes even his own family is lying to him. Soon after, another anomaly occurs. While driving, his radio fills with harsh noise and switches to an unknown channel. This is caused by a machine breakdown at the production team, but the accident opens his eyes. He decides to test the world around him.